Hi, I'm going to give you a quick demo of Skywa. Skywa is a mobile application that helps retail service providers start, run, and grow their businesses. In this demo, I'm going to walk through some of the basic features of Skywa: booking appointments, checking in, creating appointment notes and reminders, and some of the basic CRM functionality. Skywa consists of two mobile applications. The one you're seeing on the left is Skywa Manager, which the business uses to manage the flow of appointments. The phone on the right is running Skywa, which is the consumer app for booking appointments and checking in. The consumer app is optional though, as customers can book and interact via emails, SMS, and web links. Let's start with the Manager application. The business we are looking at is SK Med Spa and has already been set up. One of the cool features of Skywa is how easy it is to set up a new business. A business can be set up and running in under 5 minutes. They just download the app on a phone or a tablet, enter some basic information, and then they can begin booking appointments. There's a separate demo on setting up the business. So this is the main menu for Manager. The appointment option allows you to add, view, or edit appointments. In Skywa, there are 3 ways new appointments get created. The manager can book appointments from the appointment screen by simply clicking on the plus option, or the consumer can book appointments from either a web link or the consumer app. The second option, Manage Customers, is where you can update the customer profile, send the customer messages, update customer notes, and set up reminders. The Waiting Room is an optional feature that shows you who has arrived for their appointments and allows you to interact with customers while they're waiting. The Referral Network allows you to view incoming and outgoing referrals and see how your network is performing. Skywa's referral network will not only help service providers get more sales, but also helps us drive the adoption of Skywa into new businesses. The referral network is also covered in a separate demo. The to-do list provides recommendations for keeping the appointment books full, as well as keeping in regular touch with your customers. For example, a to-do may be highlighting a day with low booking and providing suggested actions. Last is the business setting that you use to configure Skywa when you set it up. So let's get started with the demo. We're going to be booking an appointment with the consumer app. But before we do that, I wanted to go into the settings screen and show you a few things. So first, we're going to take a look at the appointments that have been pre-set up for this business that can be booked by the consumer. Those are in the appointment settings screen. Notice there's 3 appointment types that have been set up: a consultation, a follow-up, and a treatment. If you click on consultation, you can see an image, name, a short description. You can see the duration for the appointment, whether your appointment is a virtual meeting, whether a credit card is required for booking, whether customers are allowed to book this appointment from the web or only the manager can book it. You can also select which providers can deliver this appointment type. You can customize the booking confirmation email, and you can set appointment costs. The second thing I wanted to show you is the forms that have been set up for this business. In this case, there were 3 forms: a check-in form, a treatment note form, and a feedback form. You can add new forms here, change the questions, and it's all done from any phone or tablet. Now let's go to the consumer app and book an appointment. When you look at consumer app, the first thing you see is a list of businesses, essentially a business directory. You can search for businesses nearby you. Before we book an appointment, let's quickly look at the profile screen. You can see here that Sandra D has a profile for herself. You can also set up dependent appointments. You can edit the profile. Just wanted to show you that in the profile, there's basic information, name, address, etc., but you can also put pictures of your ID, insurance card, and that sort of thing. And the benefit of that is when you check into a business, if they ask you to fill certain information like your birthday, name, and so forth, all of that can be automatically populated so that each time you check in or book into a business, you don't have to keep repeating over and over. Let's just go down to SK Med Spa and we're going to book an appointment. Notice these are the 3 appointment types we showed you in Manager. I'm going to book a consultation appointment for today, later today, let's just say at 10:20 a.m. and click book. You could fill out the forms here. You can add the appointment to your calendar, but for now, I'm just going to click done. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at that appointment. You can see some basic information. Notice she has not arrived yet for the appointment. Down here, she can mark herself as available early or running late. She can mark when she's arrived for the appointment. So we're going to go ahead and mark her as available early. And it's asking us to fill out a form here, which is the check-in form that we saw over there. Notice her name and driver's license, etc. has all been populated. And there's a couple of questions at the end. How are you feeling today? Say fine. And it says, have you eaten in the last 2 hours? hours, you can say no and click save. So now let's go back to the manager app and just take a quick look at that appointment. You can see here the appointment shows up for Sandra D. If you click on that appointment, notice she's still not arrived. You could look at that. For example, you look at that form that you just filled out. That now notice down here where she said she was feeling fine and she hadn't been out in the sun. Also from the screen, you can message her, call her, email her, etc. Let's go back to the appointment. I'm going to mark now that I've actually arrived for that appointment. Normally you wouldn't have to do that on your phone. This is a simulator, but your phone is geo-aware, and so it would actually know when you arrived. And so it says, please wait close by and we'll notify you when it's time to enter. So now Sandra can actually just wait next to the business. She doesn't have to go and sit in an uncomfortable waiting room. She can wait in a park or a coffee shop nearby. If you click on the appointment now, you can see that she's actually arrived, but I also wanted to show you virtual waiting room, and you can see, a list of people. In this case, there's only one person in the business in the arrived state. Notice it's also showing you over here that she's available early. You click in here and look at her profile information, or you can look at the form she's filled out and so forth. When I'm ready for her to come in, I simply swipe and click call to entrance. Sandy will get a notice saying, hey, it's time for your appointment. Please walk into Med Spa. So she walks in. She doesn't have to fill out paperwork. She doesn't have to pay. She doesn't have to talk to a receptionist. She just goes right into her appointment. You can see at the top here, her status is being changed from not arrived to arrived, called in, and we're going to go ahead and mark her as in facility. Now that Sandy's in the facility, you might want to create some notes about her visit. So let's go into the notes section. And this is essentially, sort of the mini CRM. You're looking at her information and all your interactions with her to date, any messages you've sent her, any notes you've set up, any reminders you've set up. I mentioned before that there's a profile screen. You can click on that profile. These questions can be set up by the business. So whatever you want in the profile, you can put here. In this case, we added a hobby section. So you could put in here, for example, likes to ride, owns a horse called Wildfire. Save that. And obviously all this is available on your phone. And so when she's checking in and so forth, you can quickly check her profile and create a personalized experience for her. You can add notes during her visit. So if you just wanted to add a simple text note, you could say, there's all different kinds of notes you can add. You can add reminders. So if you wanted to put a reminder to follow up, let's say next Sunday, follow up on treatment, you can set up a reminder. You could also just add a voice memo instead of texting. One of the other interesting features that a lot of our providers like is this note from template. So you can set up, instead of just a free form text, you can set up any number of specific templates for your notes. So I'm going to just go through that really quickly. In this case, we've set up a treatment note. It has some pre-treatment questions. It has a place for pre-treatment comments. So you can just say, Sandy felt fine. So, have a question about her scarring. You can add a before photo. You could add some treatment notes. Did laser treatment. You could then set the laser setting to, you could put her follow-up care here, and then enter an after photo and click save. So and what you can see here is a log of all your interactions. So that treatment note we just created is sitting here, and this note can be shared with the customer as well. I showed you how you can manually set up reminders, but Skywa also automatically sets up reminders for you, and this is where the to-do list comes in. But for example, Skywa can set up a reminder that requests the customer provide a Yelp review a certain number of days after their visit. There are a lot of other features of Skywa, but in the interest of time, we'll stop here. Hopefully this has illustrated how easy Skywa is to use and how it has a complete workflow from the beginning to the end. There are other demos available for setting up business, the referral process, and some of the other key features of Skywa. Thank you very much.